Phase 2 of our student assignment process has been focused on leveraging homeschool boundaries and high school feeder patterns. It started with an intensive review of each of the district's 138 homeschool attendance boundaries and its high school feeder patterns using 4 metrics identified by the board. The first, an intact feeder pattern, creates the opportunity to eliminate or reduce the number of split feeds that we have. For example, an elementary that splits and goes to 2 different middle schools, or a middle school that splits and goes to 3 different high schools. A second criteria the board wanted to have each boundary evaluated with was proximity, the average home to school distance in miles for the students enrolled at a particular school. A third criteria was socioeconomic diversity, the size of the largest socioeconomic group assigned to a school as a percentage of the school's overall assignment. And finally, utilization, which in CMS we define as the ratio of teachers to core classrooms, not including classrooms held in our mobile units. There were also important factors that would not be relevant to every single school, but would be important to consider, such as keeping entire neighborhoods assigned to the same school, being aware of growth projections and demographic shifts in particular neighborhoods. Also being aware that a particular school might be benefiting from a capital improvement project or a relief school that might in some way impact a need for a boundary review. And finally, certainly there are site limitations and legal restrictions that may impact a particular school boundary. The feasibility of the board's goals through other means, such as establishing partial magnet schools, is another example of the way Phase 2 work supported the work of Phase 1. In all, Phase 2 of the plan affects 75 schools across all areas of Mecklenburg County, improving socioeconomic diversity in 21 of them. 32 schools experience an improvement in building utilization, and the intact feeder pattern improves at 13 schools. The proposed changes also improve proximity for students in 14 schools. One of the things that I will urge our community to do is take the time to not just look at the impact on your particular child in terms of recommended changes, but to look holistically at the entire plan and what it is the staff is trying to accomplish in the complete composite of all the changes. Also, I would urge families, as you're looking at any impact or change for your child, to look at the entire set of changes for a particular school that your child may be attending in the future, and not just look at the particular change that has impacted your child's reassignment to another school. I think if our community will take the time to look at all of the changes impacting a particular school, and then to take a holistic look at all of the changes across the county, you will see that the staff has worked diligently to make sure that each boundary change recommendation is supported with a review of the 4 criteria the board identified as important as we went through this Phase 2 process.